effort in Sacramento looking to fully compensate Californians owed money from utility-caused wildfires.
Big Bear's beloved bald eagle Jackie has died after weeks of intensive care. The heartbreaking update next.
Today marked the first day back to school for 95,000 San Diego Unified students. The new changes starting this year.
If you need addiction treatment, Tim and Andrew will take care of your pets. We'll tell you all about their new nonprofit.
Compensation for wildfire victims has been a long-running fight in California, and now there's a scramble to overhaul the state's wildfire payout fund. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Steve Price in for Carlo.
And I'm Anna Laurel. Lawmakers have until the end of the legislative session this month to make something happen. News 8 State Matters political reporter Jenny Ha explains.
Much of our utility and energy policies here in California are ass backwards.
Monday morning, wildfire survivors and advocates gathered at the state capitol to demand victims of utility-caused wildfires receive their full compensation. Steve Crowder is the mayor of Paradise, a city destroyed by the Camp Fire in 2018, which was started by PG&E. It claimed Crowder's home and business.
And after all that, we're still being asked to accept less than what we were promised.
And so the group is pushing for Assembly Bill 2700, which seeks to fully compensate victims. This wildfire restitution bill passed the Assembly unanimously and is making its way through the state Senate. If it passes, it heads to Governor Newsom's desk.
That the ultimate accountability for full restitution rests with the utility that ignited the fire.
But there's political debate growing over talks of Governor Newsom's plan to amend the current wildfire payout system.
Then bring it into the sunlight, introduce a bill. Don't do it at the very end because that's when shady stuff happens.
Congressman James Gallagher, who authored AB 2700 when he was in the Assembly, voiced frustration. Though Democratic legislators have been briefed, there's still nothing official, at least publicly. It's a pot of money Newsom helps create to help utilities pay victims after PG&E in 2019 filed for bankruptcy.
That no corporation can really sustain that level of liability, fire after fire after fire.
The three privately owned utilities in the state, PG&E, San Diego Gas and Electric, and Southern California Edison, and ratepayers paid an equal amount into this pot. $21 billion at the start, an additional $18 billion last year to address the Eaton fire. Now Newsom is reportedly trying to amend that system by setting a cap on how much some groups, insurance companies, attorneys, and hedge funds can collect from the pot. But there's a time crunch. The legislative session concludes at the end of the month.
Who should be bearing the risk? Who should be able to recover when there are losses? It's a very, very difficult thing to work out.
As part of that $18 billion allocation last year was a request for the California Earthquake Authority to study long-term financing options. Newsom's office says that report is informing discussions. Nathan Click, a spokesperson for the Wildfire Victims First Coalition, which all three utility companies are part of, says the group is pushing legislators to reform the current wildfire recovery system to better compensate victims. But survivors have questioned the motives of this group, noting it's backed by utilities and businesses rather than victims. Jenny Ha, News 8.
Dozens of wildfires are burning across western states, fueled by severe drought. People were forced from their homes near Reno over the weekend as the bug fire burned thousands of acres in Nevada and California. At the same time, some people living in Spokane, Washington, are now allowed to return to their neighborhoods after fires there forced more than 60,000 people to evacuate last week.
We will do everything we can to get through these areas and make it safe for habitation as soon as we can.
In Utah, the Widemouth 2 fire has now burned more than 100,000 acres. 2 pilots were killed last week when their helicopter crashed while they were fighting the fire. And in Canada, the Bald Range fire burns out of control in British Columbia, where more than 20,000 people were ordered to evacuate. And back here in California, we've got a sad update tonight on a beloved big bear bald eagle.
Jackie, who captured the hearts of thousands of people all around the world, has died after weeks of intensive medical care. News 8's Alex Cheney joins us now with more on Jackie's final days and the legacy that she leaves behind. Alex.
That's just so sad, right? Yeah. Jackie's condition had been getting worse in recent days, and despite round-the-clock care, vets say there was nothing more they could do. Her death is now being felt by the many people who had been following her story, both here in California and around the world.
For years, all eyes have been on Jackie's nest in Big Bear. Via 24-hour live stream, millions have watched her grow and raise a family with her partner, Shadow. But today, the story comes to a tragic end. The Ojai Raptor Center says Jackie died early today after her condition continued to deteriorate. She had been critically ill, receiving oxygen, supportive treatment, and constant monitoring in the center's intensive care unit. Back in July, Jackie was rescued after an apparent altercation with two younger eagles. She was found with serious injuries, and veterinarians determined she was suffering from severe anemia and inflammation affecting her kidneys. Support came in from across the world during her recovery process. She even received a life-saving blood transfusion from another female bald eagle named Spirit.
We wish we had better news.
But just yesterday, her veterinary team said Jackie's condition was unstable and her blood levels continued to fall. The Raptor Center says Jackie's remains have now been turned over to the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. And the center says its team is heartbroken, calling it an extraordinary privilege to care for her. For thousands of people who watched Jackie and Shadow through the years, she was more than a bald eagle. She became a part of their daily lives. And her story brought people together from around the world. And we are also sharing what you commented on the CBS 8 Instagram page. One person said, "I'm thankful for all of the years I was blessed to be able to watch her protect her babies and her nest. Fly high, sweet girl." And another, "She put up a courageous fight, and God has welcomed her to his kingdom where she will always soar."
Still no word yet on the nest, what's going to happen with that, or Shadow. You know, we had so many different comments to pick from on this thing. Just so much. The outpouring of support for Jackie has just been tremendous.
Yeah, I mean, we feel like we know her. We've watched her a lot, little kids.
So many times. Really, yeah. So it's sad.
So, it is. It is. Thanks for that.
Thank you,
Alex. Ready or not, it is back to school for California's second largest school district. San Diego Unified welcomes students back to campus today for the first day of class.
News 8's Shannon Handy shows us how the day went and some of the changes students and families will see this year.
95,000 students return back to the classroom today, and just like we've seen in the past, the district started the new year with some changes, everything from new school meals to limiting laptop use.
A band and cheer squad welcomed students to Patrick Henry High School this morning.
The atmosphere is very welcoming.
The environment is very active and social.
That same excitement could be seen across the district's 175 schools as nearly 95,000 students return to the classroom.
I'm really excited about a new year.
Superintendent Dr. Fabi Bagula says this year the district is focused on improving student outcomes in key areas,
especially in math and especially in graduation and college and career readiness.
The new school year also brings several changes. After restricting cell phones last year, the district is now limiting laptop use and blocking access to certain sites, including YouTube, to help reduce distractions. There are changes outside the classroom as well. New lower speed limits are being implemented in dozens of school zones across the city. A recent state law gives cities more flexibility to reduce speed limits in the name of safety. Since July, crews have been installing new signs at 40 schools in San Ysidro, Otay Mesa, Nestor, Skyline, and Paradise Hills. And starting Thursday, the city will begin enforcing new e-bike rules. Riders must be at least 12 years old to operate an e-bike and 16 to ride a faster Class 3 model. Warnings will be issued for the first 60 days. Citations begin October 12th. The overall goal is to keep students safe and set them up for success. Dr. Bagula says she also wants every student to feel welcome, connected, and excited to learn.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Like my own, who started 1st and 4th grade today.
What are you most excited about?
friends.
As a parent myself, I know the first day can come with some nerves, but for many students, those feelings quickly faded after reconnecting with friends and teachers.
I hope everyone comes back with joy of learning and joy of being in community.
August 10th is the earliest the district has ever started. That change was made so that the first semester ends before winter break begins. Reporting in Claremont, I'm Shanna Handy for News 8.
I know your kids are out of school that way, but you still have to remember
You
that.
remember what that first day of class and the nerves, and are they going to get along with the teacher? And of course they always do, but it's...
No, my phone's blowing up right now. I had to put it, leave it out of studio because it's teacher assignment night from my school. So there's a lot to it, isn't there?
And it will work out. It'll work out.
Oh, yeah, it will.
Also streaming on the CBS 8 app, our Back to School special, and it covers ways to save on school supplies and tips for managing AI. You can download the app on your TV or phone and watch it for free.
Yeah, that's a lot of good information, much needed right now.
Indeed. California is lending a helping hand to families of newborns before they even leave the hospital.
We've got that story still ahead. Plus, a new report finds wine sales are falling flat across the U.S. What experts say is behind the dwindling demand.
And a California construction company says they can build fire and earthquake-proof homes in just days. We're going to share the process and how they say it's going to revolutionize home building.
Throughout the afternoon, we've been having some alerts go out because of some cells across the mountains, but we're also starting to see some of that wet weather a little bit more west of the mountains as we go into this evening. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that radar coming up.